Gupta family plane to be removed from the Waterkloof military air base, and the strike by bus drivers begins to have a negative financial impact on commuters. I'm Richard Brooks. Defence Minister Nosiviri Mapisa-Akula has ordered that the plane that carried the Gupta family and its wedding guests be removed from the Waterkloof military air base in Pretoria. This follows a public outcry and criticism from the ANC, COSATU and opposition parties that the move was a national security blunder. The Gupta Airbus landed on Tuesday at the national key point for a private wedding at Sun City. Akula says all clearance must be cancelled and an investigation is now underway. Mahlatsi Gallants reports.
Ngakula says they were first approached by a representative from Sahara, a company owned by the Guptas, to clear the plane to land, but that request was rejected. Then the family used other channels. They went through the Department of International Relations. Ngakula says they later received a request from the department asking the Waterkloof Air Command Post to give the flight clearance to land, and they obliged following diplomatic protocol. She says the now suspended Chief of Protocol, Bruce Kolwane, dealt directly with the Indian High Commissioner and the Air Force base without consulting with her or the Chief of SANDF and Air Force.
The strike by bus drivers is beginning to have a negative financial impact on commuters. The strike has now entered its second week. Some bus commuters in Johannesburg say the strike has increased their expenditure on transport to work. Drivers are on strike demanding a salary increase of 13%. Employers are offering 9%. Commuters say they also feel unsafe at taxi ranks.
We end up arriving late at work and get warning letters and also find out our work hours have been cut short. Right now I pay taxi fare twice and it costs me 50 Rand a day. The strike involving Patco buses is affecting me a lot. Now we have to wake up earlier to make sure that we are on time for taxis and to get to work on time.
Transport Union Sitel says the bus drivers' strike will be intensified with marches taking place across the country. Sitel's Vincent Masocha.
At this point in time, we are still on a double-digit mark in terms of the demand of the workers. We found it necessary that we should not even respond on the basis that we think the employers must speak. The proposal that was made by the bargaining council does not meet the criteria that the workers seek to discuss it within that particular context. And we are looking forward to seeing the streets of major cities.
Detained South African oncologist Professor Cyril Karabas is in the final steps of obtaining his passport from officials in the UAE. His lawyer Michael Bahrain says Karabas has completed all the necessary paperwork and is waiting for his passport to be issued to him. His passport is with officials in the prison where he was held for close to 8 months on charges of manslaughter, which he was eventually acquitted of. Bahrain explains.
They have confirmed that they are holding his passport at the prison, and they said that all that has to be done is to complete the forms. Once the forms are completed, they need to put it into their system, and then they need to ensure that his name is removed as being a fugitive so that he can then travel out without being apprehended at any computer terminal. I'm still hoping that it will be finished today. He is there now.
As more reports of rape continue to surface across the country, a newly formed action group is calling on men to take a stand. The Men Against Rape initiative started in response to the brutal rapes of an Indian student in New Delhi and a teenager in the Western Cape earlier this year. Now, the organization is on a drive to recruit 1,000 men to march through Durban city centre later this month. Chairperson Kamal Timal.
There has to be a root cause. So whilst we want to say to men, stop raping, real men don't rape, we also want to do research and find out exactly why do they rape, and try and get psychologists and whoever the authorities are to try and address this issue at the root to reduce rape in the future.